Am I a doctor? How did my professional life look like? What are my qualifications? This is what you're going to learn in this video. I could give you just the facts, just like I did this, and this. And if that's only you're interested in, skip to the end of this video and you're going to get a spreadsheet of all my qualifications. However, I think it says a lot about a person is their story, like how does it all connect? What's the theme that goes through their life, how they develop, how they become who they are right now. One surprising fact at the beginning that you might not know is I've never worked full-time for anybody else. Never. Why? Because I was always so interested in learning something else that I went part-time or did qualifications in education full-time. In this video, I'm going to focus on qualifications and on certifications and my professional life. If you're interested more in like a personal story as well, which includes my childhood, then I link you up a video somewhere here about, it's called Personal Story, How a Weirdo Found Her Place in Life, which is a Toastmasters speech I held in Leipzig, Germany in 2018. So to discover this common thread that goes through my life, through all these different stages of my life, let's start with just shortly how the whole thing started. I was 14 and my father died of a brain tumor. Again, this video talks more about that. And this is when really things kickstart for me. I wanted to understand the body. I wanted to understand death and life and the purpose of life. What is this all about? Also, my mother got sick with multiple sclerosis, MS, in that time. And I felt very isolated as a teenager. I didn't connect with my peers. So I had a lot of time apart from school and sports to go deep inside and to learn about things like nutrition and health and also meditation, spirituality. I've grazed all those topics a little bit in that time. And then I went on, when I was 18, started studying at university. First, I studied philosophy and adult education, which all is about leading groups, how to do presentations, leadership skills, how to help people learn things. And philosophy because it was about like understanding life deeper. However, this was just the beginning. It wasn't really satisfying for me. So I went on to studying medicine as well in Germany, in Leipzig. Back then, my allergies and my asthma and brain fog and stuff, they really reached a peak. They went through all my childhood, and then with school, obviously, they got worse and worse and worse. Also my eyesight. And during university time, there was like a peak, and I wanted to understand that. So what do people do? They study medicine or psychology to understand themselves better. And that's what I did as well. Losing my father was pretty hard, but the worst thing was this time in university. I don't blame anybody for that. However, I felt so desperate to heal, to understand something, and I didn't get the answers. I just felt like, especially in medicine, the body was something very mechanical. Yeah, so it didn't really resonate with me intuitively. And the thing was, because I studied medicine, people were coming to me, oh, Peggy, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? Me, myself, suffering, had no answers. And I didn't have any answers for them neither. Because what I learned was about chemistry, about anatomy, which is important, but there was no understanding of the intelligence of the human body. This is the biggest mystery of life, how we exist, how this is all manifesting. This is amazing. After a few years, I couldn't do this anymore because of health reasons, and I decided to pause the education, the university studies with medicine. Went on to self-discovery, learning about alternative healing methods. I also did an internship with a very, very interesting old man who did that his whole life, developed a method which is a combination of bioresonance and homeopathy. And I went there almost every afternoon, sitting with his clients. And this non-invasive thing that just worked, it worked before my eyes, and it worked also for me, was like hungry to heal and also to help others to learn more. After university, I wanted to, first of all, I needed money. And second, I wanted to do something practical. I wanted to get going, help people. So I became a masseur, a sport and wellness masseur, and started after that working part-time, giving healing massages with aromatherapy and also like sports massage, which was nice, but it wasn't enough. So while I was doing the massage training, I also wanted to learn more about the psychology of people, how people heal emotional wounds, trauma. And I went on and enrolled in a 3-year training of art therapy, which was very practical, not very mindy, really going through your own stuff first and learning to apply these methods the following years. I love including art and creativity in the healing process when working with clients. It's something that fascinated me. I did that for 1.5 years, this kind of more focusing on the psychology of people. But then I felt like, oh God, I need the body as well. So I gave up my organic garden. I gave up everything, my job in Münster, Westfalen in Germany, where I lived back then. I had a garden for 3 years, 500 square meter, and was producing my own vegetables as well, healing herbs. It was an amazing experience. And at the same time, I felt like, okay, I need more. I went on to hardcore medical studies again. I didn't go back to university, but I moved to Wiesbaden in Germany and I became a naturopath. I enrolled in the training, which combines this ancient knowledge of the body with hardcore physiology. So knowing when the person is close to a heart attack, understanding when this is an emergency and when you need to call 111 and not come with your incense sticks or with your homeopathy or with anything else. Doing that in Germany, becoming a certified naturopath in Germany, I don't know if you ever Googled that, it's pretty hardcore. They don't want you to become that. There are doctors present for all the examinations that you have to do for all the tests. And honestly, Germany is pretty frightened of those naturopaths because they're kind of taking over the doctors. However, my medical studies and my kind of hustler mind got me through this, so I got the certification. And then life changed again. I made a major decision, which I didn't know back then. I booked 1 week, guys, 1 week in Scotland, in the north of Scotland, in an eco-village and an amazing learning center called Findhorn Foundation. I put you the link down below because I'm really, really excited about this place. And I just felt like, wow, this is it. I'm gonna stay here. I never came back to Germany. I stayed there for 3 years. Those 3 years were years of accelerated growth for me. I knew that if I want to grow as a person, I'm gonna go into a community. So we work together, we are eating together, you live together. There's so much intimacy and at the same time growing challenges. When 10 people say the same thing about you and mirror shadow sides, it's pretty hard to say like, well, I don't think so. If you live in a city and you just live with one person and this person always says the same thing, it's easy to run away. But in that case, I really chose an environment where I had a lot of evolutionary pressure. So professionally, in those 3 years in the Findhorn Foundation, I worked a lot in an organic garden together with a team. We were holding other people who come as a guest and helping them to understand nature and to connect deeper to nature and also to their inner purpose, to their spirituality. It's a lot about meditation, but in a very free way without dogmatics. I did a 1-year training of group facilitation with Anna Rhodes, inspired by processed work from Arnold Mindell. Very practical, very, very deep stuff if you're interested in something like that. And I also did a distance learning to become a project manager, a CAPM certified by the Project Management Institute of America, which I'm pretty proud of because it was all in English and it was super difficult and I did it again. After that, in 2016, I turned 30 and I felt that something new needs to happen. I felt so rich and so full of all those skills and all those personal growth that I had that I wanted to give back. I felt like I'm bursting. There was this first time where I really felt like, oh God, I have something to share and if I don't get it out, I'm dying. At the same time, there was no real job where I felt, yes, this is what I want to do. Yes, please employ me. So I started my own business. I left the Findhorn Foundation, I left Scotland and I moved to a more suitable place for me with palm trees and bananas, which were the Canary Islands, Tenerife. And this is what I'm doing until now. Of course, the business changed and I went through growth situations, I went through challenges, but this is the best thing I've ever did and I feel so rich just you listening to this video and being interested in healing your body naturally, understanding how intelligent you and your body are. This is so beautiful and I feel so honored to be part of your journey, of your healing journey. You can definitely do that. I did that. You can do it. Now guys, after me sharing so much about myself, I want to know from you, which is one qualification that you're actually proud of? Can be something small. Maybe you just did a training or something that inspired you or a course. What's something you're proud of that you did? Just one word, one sentence in the comments below. I want to get to know you and to build a connection with you. What's your qualification that you're proud of and that supported your growth in life? And before we come to the qualifications in a nutshell, I love to share with you a quote from a dear friend who has just like one of the biggest hearts I know, Cherise from Canada, who also is an entrepreneur and lives everywhere. She said to me, design a life that demands what you want to give. That's what I'm doing right now, and that's also what I wish for you. Qualifications in a nutshell. I studied medicine, philosophy, adult education for 5 years in Germany, Leipzig. Then I became a sport and wellness massage therapist in Frankfurt. I did a 1.5-year education as an art therapist. I became a certified naturopath. I'm a group facilitator after Anna Rhodes and process work, and I'm a project manager. Now guys, before we end this video, after me sharing so much about myself, I want to know from you, which is one qualification that you're actually proud of? Can be something small, maybe you just did a training or something that inspired you, or a course. What's something you're proud of that you did? Just one word, one sentence in the comments below. I want to get to know you and to build a connection with you. What's your qualification that you're proud of and that supported your growth in life? I wish you all the best and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye bye.